Hey, what's up? Joe Cycle here. I wanted to actually take a moment and discuss what channels I subscribe to and give you guys a little bit of why I subscribe to them. Now, I'm not going to go over each and every single one because some of them do more things than others, and then I'm going to give you my big recommendations. Now, some of them I might actually end up deleting since I'm looking at it now. But anyways, so I want to go through what I go through, what I subscribe to. The first that I want to go through is We Do. So if you don't know this, this is Lance Armstrong. I very recently signed up to this channel. He goes and does a stage by stage kind of analysis. It's very short though. It's actually recorded from his podcast. I think it's Stages Pod, he calls it, or something like that. Anyways, I really like Lance Armstrong. As a commentator, as expertise of his Tour de France, I mean, nobody can deny he knows a couple of things about cycling and racing. This is something that I recently, Oxygen Advantage, I recently subscribed. I haven't really watched all of the videos, but I found it fairly interesting. I would recommend We Do. Oxygen Advantage, it's up to you. If you're bored and you have extra time, it's very dry. So, you've been warned. This is hilarious. So, Phil Gaiman, I think it's pronounced that way. He actually was a pro. If you don't know, he was he raced some very big races. He was probably one of the top 50 climbers in the world, top 50, top 100 climbers in the world. Anyways, he's very good, very strong. He recently retired from pro cycling, and he is making videos, basically calling it the worst retirement ever because he couldn't be the best cyclist ever. And it's really actually kind of funny. He goes out and tries to get all the KOMs from Strava, from like big climbs and stuff like that. So I find it interesting. It's entertainment. So I like to watch that. I subscribe to this channel because if you've watched some of my previous ones, Backpacker Mag, I want to start doing some of the longer endurance kind of rides. Bike Fit Advisor. Okay, so this guy, if you're interested in bike fit and fitting yourself or just learning more about bike fit, this guy knows what he's talking about. He's one of the best fitters I've ever listened to or watched in my entire life. So this guy is pretty darn good. You should, if you're riding a bike, whether it's especially if it's a road bike, mountain bike, it's easier. But if you're riding a road bike, this should be mandatory. You should spend some time and subscribe to that channel. This guy does some interesting comparisons of parts. I kind of like his videos. He compares cassettes and different things, and I kind of like it. It's good entertainment. I like that. Again, I don't have too much to say about that guy. It's endurance riding and stuff. This is just a music channel that I subscribe to. They have some pretty good chill music that I like. Velo Harmony. I got mixed feelings about this guy. He is a bike fitter, and he's trying to grow his channel, grow his brand, and all that good stuff. Sometimes it's almost a 50-50 bag with him. His last video that I watched, they're perfect. The last video that I watched is impact of weight changes on bike fit. And he's actually dead wrong on this one. He basically describes that gaining weight does not impact your bike fit whatsoever. Well, that's actually 100% wrong. So if you gain weight, and he even discusses it in the video, he kind of says, well, your touch points are the same whether you gain weight or not. Well, no, it is, but you need to adjust for it. So if you gain weight and you've taken a year off or 6 months off or a summer off or a winter off and you've gained some belly, well, if that belly, if your position on the bike is aggressive, then you're not going to have enough room to breathe, basically, because you're hunched over too much for your belly. And I'm not saying like 300-pound belly here. I mean, just weight and fitness level impacts your bike fit. So a bike fit is never set in stone. It's always fluctuating. But it can be easily remedied. If you gain a little bit extra weight and you feel not as flexible because your fitness has gone down, and if you had a fairly aggressive fit, you can actually just put a spacer underneath the stem to raise the stem a little bit, and that sometimes will alleviate any kind of issues until you work up to a better flexibility where you can lower the stem again. My point is, he was dead wrong in that video, so don't listen to this guy when it comes to fit as much as you listen to that guy. That guy knows what he's talking about. He hasn't been, I haven't heard him say anything that's wrong. He literally is as scientific as you can get when it comes to bike fits. Seth's Bike Hacks, he's a very popular, big channel, 377K subscribers. It's just entertainment, okay? I mean, it's for noobs. He's like a man-child, so it's for entertainment. I don't really take any of his advice at all for gospel. So GMBN, it's a must. If you like mountain biking, I subscribe to it. It's entertainment. It's fun. If you really, he doesn't do many channels, but he does very, very technical talk regarding carbon fiber. So if you want to get real geeky, get the pocket protector out when it comes to carbon fiber and wheels and frames and whatnot, then subscribe and watch some of his videos. If you don't, then just don't do it. I don't really watch this. I probably will delete that guy. I'll probably delete that guy soon too. This guy has gotten annoying to me lately, so I don't know. He's always very enthusiastic, and it's all good, but it's a little bit over the top for me. Subscribe if you want. If you like him, follow him. He's young, so it's Cycling Maven. Yeah, man. I mean, if you like cycling, you might want to watch some of the Cycling Maven stuff. It's neither technical anymore, nor it's more like a please of all crowds. He does a lot of fluff. But I mean, he's pretty good. I mean, it's all right. It's entertainment. If you got extra time to kill and you like cycling stuff, then go ahead. But it's not geeky at all. It's very above the surface. Clint Gibbs. Lately, he's actually tried for the last 3, maybe 4 months. He's actually tried to grow his channel. Before that, he wasn't really concentrating on growing his channel or anything like that. So here's what happens. You have really good content because you have a good idea in the beginning. And then all of a sudden you try to grow the channel, which he effectively is doing. But you do content that's almost like, why do I really need to watch this? So it's okay. I like him. He explains things in very much of detail. He's much of a mountain biker. He really doesn't do much of road or cyclocross videos or anything like that. But it's worth checking out. I don't really watch him that much. He recently had a crash and he was like scratched up everywhere. But now Cycling Cam, I actually watch him. I enjoy him. He does race. There's a lot of. It's kind of like a daily vlog as a cyclist and as a racer, as a very young, starting off kind of racer. So I enjoy him, and he's starting to get little sponsors here and there. So that's pretty good. During rider cycling tips, I don't think I need to say anything. I do watch. Some of it is crap. If you already subscribed to During Rider, then you know what I'm talking about. It's probably one of the most popular ones, but It's Durian Rider. You either love him or hate him. It's just that clear. He's a vegan, and it's all about veganism. Oz Cycle or OZ Cycle. I don't know. Whatever. Oz Cycle. So this guy is one of the most awkward, boring videos. People say that I have a boring voice, but this guy, I don't know. He cracks me up. But I do watch his videos because some of the stuff that he does is very technical and very useful. So I would actually subscribe, but you're not going to fall in love with his mannerisms at all. I didn't. I was like, this is painful, but I want to see what he's actually going through. He has a great tips regarding chain lube that I recently watched and I've actually done. I really like it, and some other stuff. Durian Rider, same as Durian Rider Cycling Tips, is the same guy. He's got 2 different channels that I follow. No more comment on that. Bike Radar, self-explanatory. Sick Biker, he's from Poland. He used to call the channel something else before, and then, because he's Polish and he doesn't understand that sick doesn't necessarily mean like good or bad. I don't know. It's a weird name for the channel, but he's okay. He does some really weird comparisons sometimes, so not a must. Cyclocore, I'm probably gonna unsubscribe to him. He's not really doing much anymore, and yeah, I'm probably gonna unsubscribe. Cycling Weekly, hey. Listen, if you're into cycling, you're going to know what Cycling Weekly is. It's a magazine. Subscribe and enjoy the videos. Some of the stuff they do is absolute crap, but it's fluff stuff that they have in the magazines too. So it's all about ratings and sales and all that stuff. The Vegan Cyclist, I probably will start. Will unsubscribe from that channel. He kind of starts boring me now. He doesn't really go into much detail, and I don't know. Global Cycling Network, GCN. If you're a cyclist, you should definitely subscribe to that. It's the largest one of all of them here. They have 1 million subscribers, and they do pretty good stuff. Shane Miller. So this guy actually I enjoy a lot. He's very much into Zwift and electronics, and he's a data guy. So he's an electronic data guy. So he'll do a lot of stuff when it comes to like Garmin bike computers and Wahoo bike computers, and he'll test this, and he'll test a lot of indoor cycling gear. So I do enjoy watching him and the videos he does. Some of them are not my type or whatnot, but still he's very informative. I like watching his videos. So I guess I actually ended up going through all of them. Let me know if there's a channel that you guys watch and that is really good regarding cycling. Maybe I can add to my channels. But I always find it interesting. It's like I see all these guys and they never say who they subscribe to. Obviously, I can go in and check, but most of them will have 2 different channels. They'll have their public channel, and they won't show who they subscribe to because for whatever stupid reason, I don't know. But I wanted to go through because it's like, hey, if I'm into cycling and I come across a channel, I might have some channels that I watch that you have never heard of or seen or anything, and it might be interesting to you. So I figured it'd be interesting. I always wonder what people watch and what good channels there are when it comes to cycling. Since weirdly enough, I don't watch that much TV anymore. I spend more time at work and watching YouTube. But when I watch YouTube, I want it to be kind of specific. I don't just want to waffle around stuff that I'm not interested in. And because I'm interested in cycling and fitness, here you go. Thanks for watching, guys. And if you like my channel, subscribe. And hopefully you find something here that you haven't subscribed to or didn't know about that you find interesting. And maybe I can add to your viewing pleasures. Take care, guys, and keep rubber side down.